Hello everyone, this is the Tyrant and Training Podcast and I am Kevin, I'm the host. And I am here with my fiancée Celine.
Hello.
Yeah, and also we have a cat now who's joined us. I will be honest, I came into this intro about 5 minutes ago with a lot of energy.
With very, very concerning energy.
Very concerning energy.
Stressful
where
energy.
I tried to pressure Celine into making a controversial take on a presidential election she knows nothing about.
Yeah, it did not go well.
You don't have any controversial opinion about that?
No.
No, you do not.
No, I do not.
No.
Unless the controversial opinion is that I don't know anything about it, which...
Well, I might as well say it now. It was about the Mexican election who
Yeah.
elected their first female president.
Oh, good.
I don't know anything about her, but I did a quick bit of digging, and she's a supporter of LGBT rights. I think she is one of her policy platforms is to kind of like strengthen animal abuse laws, like against,
brilliant.
not for, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so she sounds...
So hopefully,
Okay.
she's married to a banker.
they're not all bad, I assume.
Yeah. Ooh, controversial take. That'll do.
There
Okay.
we go, yeah.
Can you explain what this podcast does? It's not about the Mexican election.
You speak to people and ask them questions about what they'd be like if they were to run their own country. Would they be tyrannical? Would they be not tyrannical?
Oh, I like that.
know?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I
Sorry,
know. I think at
your
one point.
enthusiasm really threw me off there.
Yeah, you're not used to that.
No.
We've been together 11 years now.
12.
Oh. Okay, so speaking of another couple who've been together for who knows how long they've been together for, our guests today. So Stephen and Laura are podcast hosts of their very own podcast. They do it together. So you only join in for this little bit, but they do it together called Midday Musings.
Who's the better couple? You
I mean,
know,
probably them because they work together,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And on their lunch breaks, they do the podcast.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's like, hold on a minute, I think it's 4 times a week. They only work 4 days a week. Right?
Yeah. Well, no wonder they have more time to commit to their relationship than we do. That's why they're better than us.
I've texted you more than once on our lunch break because we work together and told you, don't come near me. I want to spend an hour away from you.
Yeah. We don't even work on the same floor or in the same apartment.
No. You made me come up and get you tea once.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No.
Should be more often.
Yes, so Stephen and Laura have a very nice podcast that lasts about half an hour. They should take longer breaks. Yes, so I was chatting to them. Do you want to hear some out of context quotes?
Yes, please.
I will bring up the last one again because I want to give out to you and bring up a long forgotten fight that we've had.
Oh, no.
He's like, I'm sorry about all the lack of freedom, but please enjoy this delicious amount of money or this.
Unhand me. I am a common man eunuch.
Down with the Windsors.
What if we go as far north as you can? We go to Antarctica and we warm up a region of it.
Stephen, where do you think Antarctica is?
It's south.
You're Stephen.
I knew that was going to be it.
Yeah, you cannot tell a fucking map or a direction on any.
I can.
Can't.
I just say something a certain way.
No, okay, no, I'm going to explain this. Like him, and he's very nice, right, and very funny, right, and,
Yeah.
and quite enjoyed the two of them, right. He's talking about let's go up north to Antarctica.
Yes.
And I get that the planet is round. I get that, right. I believe it, full 100%. Right. If you believe in flat Earth, there's no point being
He
on
does
this podcast.
protest too much.
But what the fuck's he talking about? You can't, like, go north to Antarctica is the exact same as, and I need to give a bit of context for people who aren't in Ireland. Tipperary is in fucking south of Ireland. Galway, or no, Sligo, rather, where you're from, is a lot farther north. It's
Yes.
about 3 hours away. North.
Yes.
Fully north direction. You always say, when we're leaving Tipperary to go to Sligo,
Gonna go down home.
why are you going down home? It's north.
It's
you're
just-
going up.
I know. I
Yeah.
know that it's north.
Are you saying social
know
class?
that
Because your
it's
parents
up.
are, I will admit it, they are low class. But,
I know that it's up the way. I know
Yeah.
that it's north.
yeah.
It's just a turn of phrase.
It's not
just,
a turn of
no,
phrase.
it's just how
It's not.
it's my turn of phrase. You can't take that away from me.
You and Stephen need to go up to hell. Because you haven't a fucking clue, I'll be honest.
Is there a possibility, this is a slightly in defense of Stephen, but also not very much, that he thought Antarctica was north? Because it's the Arctic and then Antarctica.
Nobody
is it?
gets that wrong.
I don't know.
Antarctica is because ants live underground.
Is that a thing?
So that's south, yeah.
Is that how people?
That's how you remember.
Know that?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I feel like you're.
You'll never know. You'll never know. Okay.
So maybe
Let's have this.
Yeah.
We will spend.
This will be
our day. That's my day now. I'm not doing any other work. Okay, so you can listen to this podcast. Where? No, wait. You can find this podcast on the Tyrant page. That's its website.
Yeah.
And you can find it on Blue Sky, Threads, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Just follow me at KevRyanPerson. Oh, but they should follow you as well.
No, there's no need for that.
Fine, sorry.
I mean, they can, but...
And on YouTube, they would look for @Tyrant Podcast. That's where you find all the episodes.
Very good.
No,
go follow them all and subscribe and listen and like.
You tell them.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. I haven't asked this before, but I'm curious.
Ooh.
Have you ever said to each other, "Oh, what would you do if you won the lottery?" Like, stuff like that. Like, if you won $1 million, 20 million, what would you do first? Stuff like that. What do you know? Have you heard people say, "Oh, if I won, I'd go into work and just, throw everything at the boss and say, I'm out of here." If both of you were about to go on either a plane or a boat to go to your new island that you're taking over, what would you tell people before you go? Or would you just go quietly? Or would you want to go out in a blaze of glory? Like, I'm out of this country.
Oh, I'd fully ghost and let the mystery follow me for years to come.
Well,
yeah, you would.
Because I assume in a month's time, they realize, hold on a minute, she's actually leader of whatever country. Like, you're not gone for years, unless you want to hit an island. Do you want to Wakanda, nobody knows the outside world? No,
I'd love to slowly become known as the leader of an island, but you don't want to make the waves. You want other people to carry tale of you want your reputation to precede you. So I would just disappear, and then through social media and maybe Reuters, they slowly come to realize that a dictatorship on an island has been staffed by someone they once knew or someone they are related to.
Right.
And then I would take no calls.
But are you acting really blasé about it? They're like, "Oh my God, Laura, you're actually leading a country," and you're like, "Yeah, doesn't everybody?" And just don't bother.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Do you think that's the wrong approach? How would you go about it? Are you
honestly? I'm just an advisor. I'm all invested in this. And by the way, I should mention, how are you with compliments? Because I can throw them out to you if you. Oh,
I'm a fan of them. I like them as long as they're sincere. I'm here for them.
Your beard is much better than mine.
So
you're not as.
Yeah, so I have to deflect, but they make me feel warm inside.
Because you're part Irish, as you
said. Yeah. I mean, you can't see, but the freckles are clearly communicating my heritage.
She burns she just gets set on fire the second she goes outside in the sun, every single day, just sunscreen every day.
Where would you have your island?
Oh, where would I have my island? First thing, I want to answer actually the last question about
absolutely
what I would do. I think I would actually do the opposite thing that Laura did. I would go out. I would call a press conference. I would call a press conference, tell them what I was doing. I would assemble my closest allies and give them the opportunity to come and live on that island and tell them how it was going to go down. And I would basically make it be a very public event and say that anyone is welcome to come as long as they abide by the rules that I set down. So come and join, but know that I'm in charge. So
that's interesting. I would leave my old life behind, but I would be immediately compiling dossiers on US foreign policy, potential global alliances that I could start the conversations on.
Well, that's the thing. I would not necessarily closest friends, but I would pull in people that I know would be excellent advisors and excellent allies and go, look, do you want to come and start an island empire with me? I think you'd be a strong second. You'd be good at this. You'd be good at this. Come be my advisors, be my team, and I'd assemble a team of people who were honestly much smarter than me, but at least neutral good.
Do you? I like it, but I think there's a flaw, but maybe I've missed something. Because do you think, so you're walking around America, right? You're in America, right? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You're living in America, and then you go, okay, today we're off to our new country. Laura says, don't tell anyone I was here, and ghosts everyone. She puts a blanket over her and hops into a car and whatever, swims. You decide, I'll meet you there later. I have to do a press conference. But like, I presume you're you're blue collar average Joe. Like, do you put up on Instagram, I'm having a press conference, and you're just like sitting outside your house going, I thought there'd be more people showing up. I might as well text some people I know. Do you want to come to a night?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you don't have the reach yet. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's fair. That is fair. But with the money, you could have the reach for it.
Oh,
maybe
so
it's just
you've
a large
already
text chain.
Yeah.
Okay. So after that, you've gotten some people. Actually, I might as well set this. Do you want a system of government where you have like a Senate, so you have people voting for the Senate, but you have overall power? Or do you want your circle of friends, circle inner council?
From my side, it really depends. I think the policy and the government is really going to be dependent on the resources. So three things: the resources and the people of the island will inform what the policy is and will inform what the government is. So depending on what we have, if we have like a crap ton of coconuts and a bunch of materials to make steel, to make to make weapons,
yes.
We may be a bit more of a militant state. If we have the materials to make like a bunch of rum, we might be more of a fun, laid back state. It really depends on what the resources of the island are and what the allies are, like both the people within the country and the people outside the country. So that will inform what kind of government I put together.
Okay, I have an idea on this. And since I'm first on the ground, I will be able to establish the skeleton of this. So I want a bureaucratic structure in so much as there are ministers of labor, ministers of trade, ministers of different factions, but I want there to be no legislative body yet. Like maybe that's something that happens if the state is perceived as too autocratic by the citizens.
Yes.
And so we wait on that. It's pure authority plus like tiny bureaucratic pockets, sort of like a China pre-modern era thing.
That makes sense. It's like it's a startup country, right? It's not very big.
Yeah, I can't have like 100 representatives in a house. Well, in a very
as well, just
a small room.
To make it easier, then as well, we'll say unless you insist on having less, that's up to you. But I'm just making it up that whatever the island is, it has 10 million people as a population. That's plenty. If you want less, you can. You don't have to have 10 million. I just use it as a round number. And also the 10 million people who show up there a day after Stephen shows up and 9 weeks after Laura had shown up, apparently. They've all willingly come along. So like if they show up and you're saying, look, there's no, we're not going mad into bureaucracy here, they're happy with that. Like they know what's going down. If you decide there's no elected officials or anything, they're happy with that as well. They are all in on you because you're wonderful. You're wonderful people. There's another compliment too now.
Very popular on this particular island.
Absolutely popular. So what we'll do is we'll say where in the world do you want it. I will even share a screen. How are you with geography?
Medium good.
There you go. Well, here's the map.
To medium.
Not so good.
Ooh, perfect.
Okay, so what do you think, Stephen? I'm leaning towards a Pacific island.
Pacific island. Okay, so in the Pacific island, we're gonna have good weather. It's gonna be pretty warm-ish, but we'll also have a lot of potential weather events. I mean, we're talking like typhoons, monsoons, a lot of rain, which would be good for crops, but also I think the Pacific Islands could be good. We just have to be aware of like potential natural disasters. There's a natural disaster.
I mean, there are natural disasters in so many places, but I'm looking at our potential antagonists.
Okay.
And I think the Pacific is just a lot safer than like the Atlantic and the Indian Ocean.
It is a little more isolated. That's true. Okay.
But I could also talk about North Atlantic if we're just chilling with Iceland, Greenland, Canada.
Ooh, okay.
Then it's chilly. And we're probably a mineral-rich nation.
That's true. Okay, what if this is just throwing it out there? This is kind of wild. Take it as you will. What if we go as far north as you can? We go to Antarctica and we warm up a region of it.
Stephen, where do you think Antarctica is?
It's south. All the way south. Isn't it? Wait.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
It's so south it's not on this map.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And we warm up an entire region. We basically what's the word when you not colonize it, but we terraform Antarctica. We have the technology to terraform Antarctica, so we can do whatever we want. We are way out in this untouched area, and I think that could be an interesting approach.
Okay, an Antarctic nation.
Yeah. There are some challenges, obviously, because you're out in the middle of nowhere. The resources are probably going to be kind of scarce. So it may not be ideal.
Are you trying to poach the scientists?
Kind of. I mean, the scientists are going to want to go, right?
They're already there.
Well, yeah.
But you could also be like, hey, look how close to Antarctica you'd be.
Yeah. We're going to hang out at McMurdo Station.
That could be one. I'm seeing how many people are living there now. 1,000 people. Oh, there's only 200 during the winter, but you'll warm the whole place up. God, the Extinction Rebellion are going to be crazy mad at you if you warm up the Antarctica.
Yeah, we're already the enemies of most environmental agencies.
Okay, let me take a step back, because we do not want the eco-terrorists to come for us, because they totally will.
But if you're looking for Chile, I mean, somewhere between Iceland, Canada, and Greenland could be great. We could form a trade alliance with them.
That's true.
We could experience darkness for months out of the year.
I love me some darkness.
Yeah, can't get enough darkness.
Oh, in Ireland, it gets dark.
It's just rain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. But the thing is, the resources, though, I don't know that the resources are going to be as good up in Greenland and Iceland, because it's too cold. I think you might have been onto something. The more Pacific, more tropical climate is going to have more
farming
resources.
Definitely.
Yeah, right.
In this region, in the Greenland, Canada, Northern Hemisphere regions, there's usually a lot of mineral richness. So that is our potential cash. That's our potential economic starter.
Okay.
Would
But
there be any oil up there? No.
Say that again.
Would there be any oil up there? Donald Trump wanted to buy Greenland for some fucking reason. Didn't he? Must have been something there.
He did.
Somebody bought Greenland?
No, didn't he try
wanted to.
Oh, wow.
He wanted to. But
probably. He did so much and we were bombarded with it every single day that there was a sort of erasure that happened in our minds.
Yeah.
Just overloaded in the crazy pants. But yeah, we could fight Denmark for Greenland.
We could.
They're not a militarized nation, but boy, do they have friends.
And the thing is, we are centralized there, right? We have a lot of ports, we have a lot of water. We're close enough to Canada and the US that if we want to ally with the US, we're right there. We're also close to the UK and Ireland and France. They're going to be good allies as well. And we're also kind of just a little isolated while still being close enough to have good trade routes with the different parts of the country or the world.
Yeah. Okay. So it sounds like we're probably a seafaring nation.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, going back to your Viking heritage.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
So do you reckon you are going to be planting an island, because we're obviously building the island itself, we're not taking over a land, but we're putting it between Canada and Greenland?
I think so. Maybe somewhere in the
just somewhere by there.
Yeah.
Somewhere down. Okay.
Say hello to each other.
Because I just remember, you don't have to go to war on this podcast. It's an option. Because you've mentioned antagonizing weapons allies invading Denmark apparently a few times now, and Denmark are one of the founding members of NATO. But we'll put an island there and we'll see how it goes. Do you have an idea what the name of it would be?
You don't want to say Oceania because of the associations with 1984, but it is a good name.
It is a good name. And it would be in the middle of the ocean.
It's not going to be named after either of the first or second names, no?
Oh, I don't know. How deep into the egomaniacal cult of personality are you willing to? I feel like you actually have quite a sensitivity. It's a danger area for your ego and the cult of personality.
Laura, he tried to hold a press conference. He tried to he spent millions on a press conference without even setting foot on the island.
Right,
to
my 380 Instagram followers.
Right, I might be out there going, yes, come join us in the glorious land of Stephen's glorious state, and also Laura's there. But here's the thing, right? Like, I do have a propensity towards that of like wanting the fame, the glory, etc. But I know that in order for, if we are co-president, monarch, deity, whatever, we need to get along, right? Because she's going to have equal power. So like, I'm not going to do anything that's going to cause a lot of upset there. I can scale it back. I can like be a little more measured. You know, I don't need to name it after myself. I think something that represents the spirit and the place of where we are, I think that's a good name for it.
What if Arctictopia?
Arctictopia.
Could you name it after each other? Not after each other, but together, like have your name in it. So it's like a duo are taking over this island, like Laura, Stephen duo island. LSD Island would be short, but like you'd be fine. People wouldn't mind that. You
Lord
wouldn't get the wrong idea.
Lord Stefania.
Do you have a couple name? I've never asked this before in the podcast.
No, actually.
Don't.
You need.
Would you like to give us one?
Honestly,
I mean, I'd be happy to accept one.
I'm not a fan of Lorfin. I don't know. I don't think you're allowed to. I think it's the couple that has to do it. No?
Oh, maybe that's why we don't have one yet. We never never had this meeting.
Right.
Wait a minute, you're not a real couple. You're a sham.
You're right.
You're just living together, doing everything together, but you haven't created the cult of couple personality that's necessary to be a real couple.
We're secretly married to other people in other states. It's a green card thing.
We're both American, but
yeah. You're both from Denmark.
Wait. What about Stella? Stella, like, because it's Steve and Laura. Stella.
Okay, I'll take it. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It means star. It could be the star jewel of the Arctic Ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll specialize in blubber.
Or Stelaura. Stellara?
I like that.
Stelaura.
Stelaura.
There we go. We got a couple name. Well done. Yeah.
Now, do you want to name the island after Stelaura?
Okay. It's pretty fresh. I feel like we need a couple meetings to come to a quorum on this, but hot take, yeah, why not? We'll call it Stelaura. We'll call it the glorious independent
nation.
Independent nation of Stelaura.
The Democratic Republic of Stelaura.
The Democratic Autocratic Republic of Tyranny of Stelaura. No, minus the tyranny, minus the autocratic. There we go.
Wait, democratic. I was writing democratic compromise. No, what democratic something of Stelaura?
The glorious Democratic Republic of Stelaura.
I said glorious. The glorious, I can edit all that out. Democratic Republic. This is going to be brilliant for the SEO score on my next episode.
No, right?
Stelaura. Yeah, the glorious Democratic Republic of Stelaura is down.
Perfect.
Right. We have it sat down in the middle between Canada and Greenland. I assume, I mean, you're ruling together. So are you going with king and queen, or what official titles do you want?
I will be king and king.
Wait, I thought you have an anti-monarchy rule.
I mean, I'm an autocrat now.
Wait. You're going to be king and king?
No, you're king, but I'm also king. I'm like King Jadwiga of Poland.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were going to be both the king and the other king.
We're like the kings of the big nations.
You're a king and king.
We could be king and king.
Yeah, right. The co-kings of Sparta. Like it's got a rich historical precedent.
I am so confused because in the time that I've known Laura, whenever I'm like kings, monarchy, she's like, monarchy, it's silly. It's not
down with the Windsors,
right?
But
so like, I'm deeply surprised by this answer that she would be like, let's be co-kings. I'm into it, but I'm surprised. I don't know if she's being fully honest.
I don't know. Like after 10 years, we're still surprising each other.
Any bit of power, you see what happens. Morals go out the window. But is it King Stephen and King Laura then? Is that how people greet you, or is it just King?
King Laura is how I would like to be referred to.
King Laura and King Stephen.
King Stephen. You know what? I'll take it. I wasn't planning on having a specific title in the monarchy area, but why not? I don't know. I was more like president, co-president.
I mean, that's the sort of thing that leads to elections, and we don't want that.
Oh, right. Because if we're president, then that implies. But we already said we're a democracy. That's the thing. We said we're a democracy.
I mean, Democratic Republic of Stelaura.
Oh, right. So
it's representative democracy, and we represent a monarchy.
Total rule.
Fine, I'll take it. I don't really care about the title too much. So King Stephen and King Laura. There we go. We're co-kings.
Yeah.
Since you're going royalty, I assume, do ye have, and because of my Irish accent, I'll not do this justice, do ye have thrones, like seats of power.
Hmm.
Do you want one of those
Okay.
royal halls to sit on? People walk in and see you sitting at the top.
Here's my proposal.
Okay.
Yes, but I do not sit there unless it's a special occasion, unless it's like a special ceremonial occasion.
Yeah, okay.
And once a year, we pick a very special commoner that gets to sit in the throne for a day and gets treated like a king.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
it's
like
that's a fun island tradition.
for a full day. Yes,
For
they don't
24
have
hours,
power.
they are sat
They're not
on a
allowed to
throne.
make. No. What I mean
Welded
is
to us.
they basically are able to sit on the throne. They're waited on in that area. They don't have to be there for the full 20 hours.
No, we lock them onto the throne. We
You
strap them
shackles.
in.
So it's
Shackles
actually
and
We're like,
chains.
your king. now."
Yeah.
we
And
go
then
out there
they'll
pretend to be commoners. We're like Jasmine and Aladdin.
realize how tough
Okay.
ye have it. Every year.
Exactly. And they'll be like, oh, thank goodness I'm not king.
Mm.
And we're like, yes, good.
So
It's-
I was thinking of this as like a good way to elevate the common man and connect with them. And Laura's like,
Mhm.
no, this is a punishment. You sit in that throne and you wait. You stay in the
Is it?
throne.
Because do you want to give them ideas? If you put them on the throne and you're like, well, I suppose you put them on it saying, hey, enjoy. You're enjoying yourself. And when they go, yeah, I'm loving it. I can get used to this. And then you've shackled them there and put weights on their legs so they can't
Yeah,
move.
when they start to get uppity.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, okay. So actually, it should be a lottery system, right? So that
yes.
every citizen has an equal chance of being selected, and
Every citizen.
that's the hope that you have
Mhm.
in this autocratic nation.
Yeah.
And you are forced to sit in the chair, and you're forced to listen to other commoners' complaints.
Yes.
And it's a
It's
lottery
basically
system
you
for
have
every
to-
citizen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every
Now,
citizen.
there might be an unfortunate situation the first year when an 8-year-old baby was selected and forced to sit on the chair and made to listen. Is that okay? Are we making an age limit here?
I think
that's actually charming.
Oh,
I
wait.
think you take lots of pictures
Yeah.
and then you release it in the Democratic Republic of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
News.
don't
We'll
need to
take
remember
care
the
of the
name.
baby.
Right?
It's
I'll
like
remember when it's written down.
there's this city in the US out in the Midwest that for a while they literally had a dog as mayor, and it was the most popular mayor for a while. Like he didn't do anything, obviously. He's clearly like a placeholder, but like people love that stuff. They're like, look at this dog, he's so cute. They're gonna love having a baby, like an 8-year-old kid, as king for a day. They're gonna be like, this is adorable.
But he can't make any
Okay,
laws now,
yeah, I
right?
have a crazy idea now.
Yes.
What's that?
Oh, no, I was going to
Okay,
say
my
he can't
crazy
make any
idea-
laws, but yeah, fire away.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
We
No
can't make any
decisions.
laws.
Yeah.
No laws. Although
Okay.
we'll see. No, I was thinking that in addition to our monarchical power, we also have a premier who is a horse.
Ooh, okay.
You're going with
And like
Commodus?
when we're being uppity, everyone always loves the horse.
Oh.
But you're
well, what's
going like
premier?
Caligula, not Commodus.
Sorry, what?
You're going like Caligula, where he elevates the horse to power.
That it has a Caligulic quality.
Yeah.
I won't disagree with you. But more
Famously level-headed.
It's fun. It's for the people. You
Okay.
can meet the premier horse and take
Yeah.
pictures with it.
Yeah.
And it's there at certain store openings and events.
I think that would be delightful.
I think it'd just be fun.
It doesn't have actual power. Again,
Like,
no one has actual power except for us.
The goal with autocracy, I think, is to introduce enough whimsy that it becomes like an idiosyncratic thing. We're not threatening. We look at our premier horse.
Yeah.
You're
He's charming.
distracting.
Look at him.
Stallion.
You distract the citizens.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Hank, the royal premier stallion, he's charming. Everyone loves him. Like, why would you be upset?
He's always wandering around
Mhm.
the island and in like a sort of royal promenade, and you get to see him, and everyone like loves this guy because
Yeah.
he's dressed all fancy and he's a horse and he
Ooh.
doesn't cause any trouble.
Ooh, and he has saddlebags that are filled with snacks.
Oh,
And he
dude,
has someone
that's another
accompanying him,
that's
right?
another great idea when you're a dictator. You want to have a couple of like little things to give your citizens.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry about all the lack of freedom, but please enjoy this delicious amount of money or this delicious snack.
A delicious amount of money. How much money?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're like social welfare you're giving them, or universal allowance.
I think it's just I think that the horse has a set amount of goodies that he can distribute, and it's another kind of lottery where it's just first come first serve, and when you see the horse, you go and see the horse, and get a gift from the horse, the gifting premier horse of our island nation.
But someone is always with the horse because
of
horses
course.
can get spooked. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, he has a handler.
Yes.
He might even have jingle bells. I don't know.
Oh, he's like the ice cream truck. You hear him coming, and you go and get treats. I don't think you should have money on him though, because people get weird about money. I think the money we should airdrop once a year on Victory Day. That's when the person that's totally stealing from HBO Max's The Regime. But we're gonna call this day Victory Day, when one commoner sits on the throne, right?
Okay.
Right.
And the horse goes throughout actually maybe the horse just does that throughout the whole year. Goes throughout the promenade, gives out snacks. But on Victory Day, we also rain money from the sky. It's not a lot. It's like single bills, like
I thought it was like coins.
1 to 5
be dangerous.
bills.
Yeah.
Well, no, not coins, unless they've been bad.
Sorry.
Unless they've been bad, then it's a bunch of euros.
Yeah. Debt from above.
We're benevolent dictators, but we can also we also have a temper sometimes. So.
Yeah. A couple of coins just to keep everyone on their toes, but mostly cash.
Well, like if a region has displeased us greatly and they're like on the verge of rebellion, we're like, all right, coins for that section. It's a sign. Like not a lot of coins, but a couple coins.
Yeah.
And we announce it. We're like, just so you know, you're getting the special treatment this year, Western Front. And they're like, oh, might want to stay inside for the next day.
You're about to be pelted with coins. Okay. Yeah, that's dangerous.
Well, they still
yeah, just stay inside, and then after the raining metal that sound ceases, you go out and collect it. It's fear and love, you know, a nice melange, a marble cake of
fear and love, exactly.
You're going to have pennies raining down from 30,000 feet onto your citizens on Victory Day. No, not on Victory.
We
on
have
Victory Day,
such incredible infrastructure.
Yeah, so on Victory Day, the region that has displeased you will get metal flying down on their heads. Okay. What's Victory Day? Why is it called Victory Day?
It's called Victory Day.
What happened
because
then?
It's Victory Day because it is the day when it celebrates the day when we are all commoners and kings. We are all the same. That's the meaning of Victory Day. In this, that's the thing we're trying to present here, right? Like, because the king will also spend a day as a commoner, right? So it's the victory is that we are the same. That's the symbolism we're trying to get across. We are commoners, you are the king, and it's hard being a commoner. It's also hard being a king. It's kind of nice being a commoner. It's also kind of nice being a king. We are the same. The victory is the unity.
So on Victory Day, you're all the same all together, and then for the rest of the year, it's defeat. You are not the same. There is a king. There's two kings. That's fine. That's good. Yeah, we'll work on that.
No notes.
Nope.
I have a question. Oh, I'm gonna split this up. I'm gonna ask King Stephen one question, and then King Laura. So, King Stephen, I'm wondering, what unusual list is your country, the Glorious Republic? Oh God, Democratic Republic of Stelaura. What unusual list is your country top of?
What unusual list?
Yes, an unusual list as opposed to like the best healthcare or the most fun people or whatever.
Let's see. Most metal raining from the sky on a single day. Guinness Book World Record.
Yeah, there's actually only one country on this list, and it's yours.
It's us. It's us. Yeah, I think that's it. Like, it's low hanging fruit, but I'm gonna take it. Yeah.
You're gonna promote this. Any bit of tourism. Come see.
Yeah.
Be some site, actually. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, working that.
Right? Like, one day it just metal rains from the sky. In a Hunger Games situation where the region that displeased you most gets punished. Oh no.
It's a first for this podcast. And King Laura, I have a question for you. Is what seemingly mundane thing is banned in your country? What are you getting rid of that's usually legal elsewhere? I mean, if you want to help with
Tablet.
a tablet.
Oh, tablets.
You mean like tablets that you tap on?
Yeah. I mean like iPods.
Oh.
Any
like iPads.
iPad. Did I say
You said
iPods?
iPods,
Sorry, iPods don't exist anymore.
No.
iPads, Kindles, the whatever Google's doing.
You're just getting rid of anything.
No interactive screens above a certain size.
Really?
Oh, yes. Why is that?
For quirk. And also to ensure that the service industry remains robust with available staff positions.
To remove some of the automation.
Yeah. We're anti-automation.
Yes.
And pro-horse.
Are horses allowed a tablet if they can use it?
Only the premier horse.
Yes.
So there's no screens inside in cars, that are all tippy-tappy screens.
Yeah. You there can be screens, but they have to be smaller than 6 inches diagonal.
Just because.
How precise?
Because indeed. It's seemingly mundane.
Yeah, no, I don't particularly care for tablets, so I'd be okay with that. It doesn't change my life. The question is, because you're the rulers, of course, I mean, you can have tablets and iPads if you want. Do you think you'd have some?
I think in solidarity with my people, I would only have
you immediately nodded in agreement there, and then looked at Stephen to see whether he agreed, and then changed your mind. I saw that. This isn't the video.
That's so funny. I didn't even register that I'd looked at Stephen.
Yeah.
I was nodding in thought at my own thoughts.
Oh, I thought you did a shifty.
Unseeing.
I think he's going to agree with this. Oh, no, wait, he hasn't. Screw it. Yeah, no, we're going for it.
You get the big thing sometimes. You got a big thing about this.
Yeah, no. In solidarity, I would only have an iPhone or a television set, something that's non-interactive.
What if...
That's fair. That's nice of you.
What if you really wanted to see a movie and you were traveling and you can use a tablet if you want to watch it. You wouldn't use it then. It's a long travel.
It's a long travel. Do I still have like a small tablet, like a cell phone?
You're not going to watch a big movie. What's your favorite franchise?
Probably at this point, The Hunger Games.
Oh, really? Oh, great. Okay. What? You're not going to watch that on a phone, are you?
I might.
Instead of a tablet?
For the glory of the people. That's what makes our republic so glorious.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And democratic.
Are you going along with this anti-iPad movement?
Yeah. Are you an ideologue like I am, or?
Yeah. Look, here's the thing. I'm going to say something that sounds very 1984, but restriction is freedom. Okay. So in this case, through restricting our phone devices, our devices to specific parameters, we actually free up our people from having to choose. Like, you can either have a laptop or you can have a phone. You don't have to think about that third option. So restriction is freedom. Yeah, I'm down with it. I don't actually have a tablet. I think tablets are like a weird intermediary like device. I feel like they're not big enough that you can play a full like PC game on them, and they're not small enough that you can carry it in your pocket and like I'm not going to call an Uber on a tablet. That's weird.
Yeah, that's why it's outlawed in our glorious democratic republic.
So I actually don't like tablets. That's my secret. I'm like, nah, they're fine. They're whatever.
Okay. And if people bring them in, they're in jail.
Smuggles in remarkable. Sorry.
If people smuggle them into the country, they're punished.
That's when they get the coins.
Actually, this is an excellent time to introduce our aggressive prison labor system.
Ooh, yes.
I want to hear this.
Okay.
You have the floor, both of you.
Okay, so as a seafaring nation, we are naturally concerned about pirates.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we have a wide berth around our island that we police. And every time we find a pilot, throw him right in jail.
Every time we find a pirate?
A pirate. What did I say?
I thought you said a pilot.
A piloting pirate.
Pilots and pirates.
Anytime we find a pirate.
Anyone who's
right
taken
to jail.
Pilates or a pilot or a pirate, you're in jail. Okay, anything.
Yeah, in jail. And if you have a tablet, also straight to jail. Like just for 3 months. But think about what you did and also produce labor for pennies on the dollar. Thank you so much for your contribution to our glorious economy.
So if I have a tablet, if I'm Jim, I have a tablet because my eyesight's really bad and I can't see the phone, but a tablet is perfect for the Uber. I'm in prison for 3 months and I have to make these debt pennies, you said. Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They're also the mint.
The people are the mint.
They're literally No, the prison labor system is the minting. They mint money there.
Yeah.
Oh,
so that's how they create the evil coins, and also that saves us from having to fund a whole separate branch of our government to mint money.
And here's the thing, I want to downplay I want to scale back the coin initiative, right? Because we don't want to actually kill ourselves.
You are the only one who's consistently brought it up as a first option. Steven,
that's a good point.
But I'm fully
so
with you.
There are levels. There are levels here. At the lowest level, you don't get money. You get fake money with like a middle finger on it.
That's raining down.
That's the first level. It doesn't hurt you. It's just like, don't be a jerk.
Yeah.
The next level is like it's chocolate coins, so it's not going to kill you. But every now and then, one of them is going to be like a metal coin. So like, just be careful. And then
can I just stop there? Actually, there might be a problem. Yeah. So if you're saying time to go to DEFCON 2, and then you start raining down chocolate pennies, and everyone is inside in their houses, and then they hear the jingling horse outside and the helicopters, and then all the kids go, chocolate pennies, and they run out. And then when the kids gets hit with an actual coin, like they're sticking their tongue out like to catch them like they're snowflakes, and they get hit with a proper coin. Is that great? With your faces on them?
It's not great. It's not looking great.
But yeah. Okay, I just want to. Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Nope. I'm taking it back. No, just chocolate coins. Just chocolate coins. That's it.
Yeah. Level 2 is chocolate coins.
We flick coins at people who have. Why is it Coinbase? I don't know.
I don't know anything
about coins.
I mean, I don't know everything, but I do think that Mario probably scarred you as a child.
Yeah, this is probably like a Mario-based thing.
Yeah.
Super Mario. No, so like if people displease us, we flick coins at them, like actual coins. I mean, like, no, you're bad. Social shaming. Like we flick coins at them as they get dragged through the street. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not as bad. That's not as bad.
Or maybe we send them a message from the premier horse that just goes nay.
I was going to ask, is the premier horse dragging them through the street?
No, because the premier horse is not. It's a whimsical horse. It is not associated with punishment. Mm-hmm. It's a chill horse. This horse is a chill horse.
Yeah, it's actually the cult of personality is around the horse.
Yeah.
King Laura said she wanted a horse to shame people by going.
Oh no! The thing is, when you do something bad, then the horse sends you a video message, just shaking their head and going.
Right. Okay.
to suggest disapproval, and so spiritually, that's quite the punishment.
Yeah, it's like the
and
queen.
Then we level up to again the prison system.
It's like the queen isn't going to like physically attack you. She's not going to be the one to physically punish you. But if you do something bad, there might be a video of her going, I don't know about them, just like shaking their head. I think she's like the premier horse is a symbolic figure like the queen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I assume it's not going to be the one video that she sends out to 100,000 people. It'll be like separate videos because you don't want that to come out where they only made one recording. Yeah. Okay. Like the queen. Okay. Track. Let me see. Oh, I do have a question. How do I do this? Because you're the rulers, pretty much you have to rule every day. Like you don't get a holiday when you're sitting in the seat of power. Who would work if there's 7 days a week? Who do you reckon is working more days, more hours? Not to say, my quantity doesn't equal quality, but
I mean, I feel like your workaholism would lead you to work 7 days a week, even if you were producing just the worst rulership result.
Maybe.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a 4-day work week kind of gal, 3-day of the people activities. I would love to have a heavily festival centric society. So like we have like over half the year is dedicated to festivals. And so 4 days raw work, 3 days festival work.
I reckon then because King Stephen, the reason why I asked is because I reckon then if King Stephen is the one who's just constantly in work mode, they're probably the one who has to answer this question, which is unfortunately there is a scandal about to break out regarding one of you. Your approval rating is 94%. It's gone down to 12, so it's quite a bad scandal.
That's real bad.
That's quite bad.
I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
We think it'd be the best thing would be for you to go on and I mean, I imagine you're going to bring on King Laura with you as a show of support, and her popularity is actually 98%. So you need her beside you. Yeah, to go on the news, go on to the best newscaster on your country. Anderson, are you happy to do that?
It depends on the nature of the scandal, who was involved, what the public sentiment is. So what I would do first, what happened, I just get some information on what exactly was going on. What's the public sentiment about this scandal? What's the international? Is it an international incident? Really hope it's not, because if so, it gets way more complicated. So I would do some research, understand what the heck was going on with it, and figure out who was actually the best person equipped to talk about it. If it's my scandal, I may not be the best person to address it. I probably want to do some kind of formal apology or something, be like, oh, I'm so sorry, whatever, and then Laura will come on and like back me up. If it's the horse, then I think we let the horse apologize, because everyone loves a good horse apology. So yeah, I would be happy to go on camera and be the one to make a public apology. If it involves none of us, if it involves, like, I don't know, maybe someone from our cabinet has been stealing chickens and making them fight in an arena, and it's a big problem because
have they been doing that? Is that what they've been doing?
Wait, is this on the record? Are we?
Yeah, the reporters are outside your house. As soon as you stepped outside, they said, "What's going on?" And they've been listening to you ever since. So, what's this about senators hen fighting?
Here's the thing: whatever you may or may not have heard about these chickens,
you've just mentioned it.
Yes, exactly. Whatever you may or may not have heard about these chickens, I have only recently become aware of it. We're doing everything we can in our power to mitigate this chicken situation, and our hearts go out to those negatively impacted by the chicken situation. That is all I'm at liberty to say at this time. We'll be holding a proper press conference over the next couple of days, and here's some coins. Chocolate coins.
Now I perfect.
Must be off my royal exercise class so I can give this matter the attention that it deserves.
At the gym. What? At
yes,
the exercise class. Okay. Now, thanks for bringing up.
So I can center myself. So I can then, yeah.
Thanks for bringing up that other scandal that you just mentioned. Because of the nature of this stupid podcast, you get to make up the scandal that you are directly involved in. So you get to decide what's the scandal that people find out about. So yeah, what would it be?
What have you done, King Stephen?
I don't know.
I'm worried that King Laura doesn't even know about this scandal. This could be.
I know, right? The lack of transparency, even between the co-rulers.
Okay, but while you're thinking, I'm just going to. Since you went off to your exercise class, while you're thinking of that, there are going to be reporters saying, King Laura, we have to ask. How did you feel about? Do you know about this? How do you feel about what's happened?
I was unaware of the chicken scandal, and I am.
We're not talking about that one. We'll get to that next week. about your co-ruler.
The egregious actions of King Stephen vis-a-vis his relationship with premier horse Lucky have rocked our small island. However, I know that the fortitude of our people will carry us through today and into the future.
How long have you known about this?
12 minutes.
And do you plan to stop it or make it legal, or what?
Action will be immediately taken.
In what form?
Indeed.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah,
the royal advisors come up. They're like, "Oh, King Laura is very busy. Thank you for your time. She'll answer further questions at the next session."
Lucky.
And there's a lot of applause for King Laura as she goes. What a wonderful ruler. Look at that. She's not going to some stupid exercise class. She's facing down the issue. Yeah. What did you do, King Stephen?
So here's what happened. Transportation, right? We've all been trying to find better ways to provide transportation in an affordable way. We have a lot of horses in the country because the premier horse is very popular. So we just have a lot of people bringing in horses, breeding horses. It's like horses are our national animal, right? So what I said, what if we take our national animal that we all know and love, and we take the need for the need for more accessible transportation, and we combine them into a single transportation service where you can call a horse to come pick you up. Uber for horses, essentially. We call it Requestrian. Unfortunately, The scandal is that I'd been calling it Uber for Horses for so long that Uber in the US found out, and they have been coming to our island with guns, and they have been attacking the horses. And actually, the royal horse, the original one, was shot.
Lucky.
And he's
By
fine,
Uber.
but also the people are like, he's recovering. We've got our royal horse doctors helping him out. But because I'm the one that came up with this idea, they're blaming me and not Uber and its black ops mercenaries that are coming over and like trying to take us out. I don't know why they didn't just sue us, but that's Uber for you for some reason. Anyway, so that's the scandal we're dealing with. I didn't it was my idea. We're working on some sort of resolution. We may just end up storming the Uber headquarters with our black ops horses to take them out. And that's how we're going to handle this. We're going to meet force with force because that's what Uber recognizes. They only recognize force. So
Force is a horse.
Force is a horse. And that way we can, once we win, then we will bring Requestrian into full swing. And everyone will be able to summon a horse to get from point A to point B within the glorious land of Stelaura. That's how I'm resolving this. Thank you all for your time and patience.
So you're both going to go on to the news, 9 o'clock primetime news, as the reporter is saying, thank you for sitting down. Country's obviously been put into an emergency state here as seemingly a lot of mercenaries have jumped onto the island and shot 14,000 horses. What is the plan? Are we invading Uber?
First, we are imprisoning all of the mercenaries.
Yes.
You've caught all of them.
For on-island production.
And they do work for Uber.
Then, yes, they work for Uber, and eventually a representative from Uber will want to get them back.
Do you have anything to say about Uber, or what would you advise to people who still think that we should take Ubers?
The decadent capitalists of Uber are exploiting the kind, generous, and horse-loving people of our glorious republic.
Rebel. Yes.
Indeed.
Are you surprised?
We will defeat them ideologically and on the ground.
Yes.
Are you surprised that they would do this? Are you surprised at the actions of the company Uber?
Oh, profoundly. It is a truly confusing course of action to take when the law exists.
Yeah, I knew they had a black car option, but I didn't know they had black ops in general. But
yeah, that's a new functionality on the app.
Oh man, can you just call like black ops via Uber? You got black car option, you have black ops. You just summon an Uber mercenary. Oh boy.
Immediately the stock goes up, like Raytheon invests.
Right. So yeah, we're very surprised. We didn't know this was an experimental functionality that was released to a very limited number of people, but they used that function to come and invade our glorious, peaceful land. And the people are pissed. They're more pissed at Uber, but they're pissed at me for letting it happen in our country. So we're going to rectify it. And I think as soon as we take a strong action against the Black Ops mercenaries of Uber, I think the people will come around. They just want to make sure that they're protected and safe and their horses are not going to be hurt in the process.
Yes, we're a peace-loving nation, but at this moment, we will do war.
Yes.
Against Uber, not America, but or USA. But
no, America's great, but Uber.
Oh, no. Yeah, just Uber. Just Uber.
So your objective is to kill Uber?
I would like to usurp Uber.
Ooh.
Right.
That's my ultimate goal.
Yeah, okay, so we're gonna usurp. We're going to take over Uber, and then we're going to we will absorb them into Uber for Horses.
Into Requestrian.
Yes, we usually call Uber for Horses now if we want, because we'll own them.
Yeah.
And then all of that Uber technology will allow us to use that for horses in our native land. Because see, the thing is that we may be a 10 million strong population, but we don't have a lot of roads for cars. It's mostly a horse-based transportation system. So, the
pace of life is slower, but it's nice.
It is.
People like it.
Yeah. And that's what we'll do. Uber will now be part of us, and we will grow even more powerful and stronger every day because of it. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Uber, just a final question, is that Uber have dismissed your threats as weak. What would you say back to Uber?
Nay.
Anything you want to add, popular King Laura?
Hey.
Well done. Fantastic. So witty and charming. On a totally different topic, I want to mention that Uber is a wonderful place. It has some of the most fantastic employees that aren't just employees, they're also a family. And that is in no way tied to my current employment. So moving on.
Don't you want to join our glorious nation under probably better labor organization?
Yeah.
Weekend Kevin, who is not working, is all in on this, but weekday Kevin, who will be working, is against you. So
fair enough.
Next one
we welcome factionalism.
Perfect. You did that. Since we're moving into war, there's a documentary going to be made about you. I'll ask the two of you this. What fantastical fact would you like us to make up about you in the propaganda piece? Ooh. We can say anything great about you. We can make it up.
Or do you want to take this one? I shall return quite soon.
Okay.
What's that?
All right. I am such a great golfer that I can only hit holes in one.
Like it's impossible to do you play golf?
It's impossible. My golfing acumen is beyond my control, beyond deviation, and beyond belief.
Do you play golf at all?
I don't.
A fun game is, well, maybe not golf. Pitch and putt is probably easier to do this, but a fun game is speed pitch and putt, where you don't try to do it with. Usually it's like the least amount of shots, right? But in this, you just let's say two of you are playing together. You both tee off from the first hole, and then after you tee off, you just first person to get into the hole wins that hole. So you just have to run.
I love that.
It will tire you out, but yeah, that's a fun game.
Oh, that's a super great game. Like it should be time bound. It shouldn't be stroke bound.
No. That's what you do. So right, you Steven. Are perfect at golf, and King Stephen is
perfect.
Fantastic.
Yeah, annoyingly good at golf. And then what would you like us to make up about you, King Stephen?
What I would like for the royal journalists to make up about me is that I am the best singer in all of the 7 continents, including Antarctica.
And you have a thing for Antarctica. In what way are you the best singer? Like classically trained or... Yeah, a little bit.
In every way. It's almost like a Kim Jong-un style, like just... Like born the best singer in the world, also classically trained by the best singers ever. Makes the best music, just the kind of singer that will bring you to tears whether you want to or not.
So you can decide. It's like a mutant power in X-Men. You can decide by singing whether someone cries or not. That's the legend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The most powerful voice in the world.
Ooh.
Yes. That's the legend.
That's how you'll defeat Uber.
Yes. Through my very powerful voice. Hopefully they don't call me on it.
Unfortunately,
that's not actually a thing.
There's a very sad prophecy that in like 1,000 years, you'll die because of King Laura's perfect swing will hit a golf ball directly down your throat. And but
bringing an end to the glorious 1,000-year rule.
Oh no.
Okay, we can do that though, definitely. Golf swing and singing swing. Okay, I have would you like... Oh, actually, you can have do you work in the same office or in the same room when you're doing your power duties?
Podcast, yeah.
And do you do it
duties?
Kingly duties, yes.
Yeah, that's the word. Power duties? No. Kingly duties. Are you in the same room, same office?
I think it depends. I think we probably have separate king quarters, yes, for doing kingly things. Then we have a shared king quarter for when we need to talk about things.
Okay, so I see it as separate offices with computers, and when we do our computer work, it's alone.
Yes.
But then we have a meeting room where we take in almost all issues of ruling from our cabinet and bureaucratic representatives.
You could have like that room in South North Korea, the room they go into, and there's a table at one end. There's North.
The DMZ.
Yeah, that's it. You do it like that.
I was thinking a conference room, but hey, if we want to surround it with minds, that just raises the stakes.
Yeah.
I was thinking a conference room, but instead of like all of the hard desks and instead of all the hard chairs, because I think I know you would enjoy this, like a Moroccan style furniture, just a lot of loungy type pieces of furniture. So instead of like the hard seats and everything is all upright, like people can be more relaxed. They can lounge a bit while also talking through the issues of the country, making them a little less tense.
I like that. It adds to the festival atmosphere.
Yeah.
A sort of casualness.
Yeah.
And rich in color and softness.
I quite like it as well, because when you have the pictures of the two of you basically deciding the military strategy for war, it's like taking a picture in the Situation Room, but all of you on like lounge chairs. Like, it's very, they're having a good time while watching their mercenary horses go into the Uber offices. There is a knock on the door.
Laughing.
Yeah, eating grapes. There is a knock on the door. Knock, knock, knock. Knock, 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 knock.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hi. It's Paul, your finance guy. I'm checking the books. How are you? Hello, Kings.
Good. I hope you're well, Paul.
Well, would
I'm
you
good,
like some
thank you.
grapes and cheese?
Yeah, no, you're a bit slow to say hello to me there, King Stephen. It's a bit too late now. That's why the popularity is a bit lower. Give me advice. But I do have news. The reason why Paul is here is I've good news for you. You have a lot of money in the country. We are, heavy surplus. People are very happy. I won't lie, mostly with King Laura, but they would like to build something for both of you, some monument, something in your honor. But they just want ideas. What can we build you? Let's use up some of this money. We have 400 billion in the bank.
Woo!
I feel like a royal garden that the public can come to.
Ooh, with the topiary in their shape.
Oh yeah, topiaries in our shape and a lot of horses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of evergreen foliage because of how cold it is. But yeah, like a gigantic, impressive, like 7th world wonder royal garden that commemorates the royalty, but also is open to the public every single day.
Like this is,
and there's a section of the garden that there's the royalty side, right? But there's also the we have a lot of farmland, right? And obviously a lot of horses. So I'm thinking there's a section that is also dedicated to the commoners, to the farmers whose backbreaking work is really why we're all able to live and survive. So it's good to do both. You got a dedication to the commoners and to royalty side by side.
The commoners have their own area and you have your own area. They stay over there with the farm and all that. You stay with the nice topiary and
actually, I think they'd be blended. I think it'd be like a blended kind of topiary situation.
Yeah, I was listening to you, and what I was hearing was thematically we have, a section that honors the contributions of our great citizens, a section that honors the ruling class. But all of it is open to everyone.
Yes.
So we'll spend more money on your side because thematically we want yours to look really nice, and theirs just slightly below first world. And then, yeah, or no?
No, I think we'd actually do the inverse, because here's the thing: when you're playing the monarch, yes, you have the power, but you need to at least give the appearance of power to the people who work in your kingdom, right?
Yeah, we would be nothing without the citizens.
So I think we would actually spend more money on the commoner side. It would actually look more noble than ours. It would be a little bigger than ours, actually.
Okay, so it's celebrating the agricultural and industrial contributions, right?
Yeah.
So what if it is also an open garden where you can just pick food?
Oh,
and
nice.
so it works as like a subsidized grocery.
Yeah,
that's quite clever. Yes.
Yeah.
And I was going to mention. I just was going to mention as well, because you obviously like horses and stuff and all that, and you want to have all that. But do you want us to make like big statues of 2V like centaurs? Just putting it out there.
I love that you've asked that. I would like to retain my human form in deference to the contributions of our equestrian brethren / military military staff. Would you like to be a centaur?
Make me a centaur statue.
What we can
do is that will improve his popularity.
You can be a big centaur statue, and then beside it we'll do a really nice statue of King Laura, who like every hour on the hour just looks at the centaur and goes, "It's fine." Just like, yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe you're bridled. I'm holding the bridle.
Maybe, yeah. We will get right on that. That is going to be massive in a lot of tourism, a lot of food being picked and grown and given away. It'd be perfect. I do have another nice question for you. The movie, I want to say, maybe Lionsgate, the movie studio that was making all the Hunger Games movies, have come to you and asked you a favor. They are making I want to say, not a prequel, or I guess they're making another Hunger Games that is set in between the original movies. I don't know much about the Hunger Games, so I might be messing with this.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Perfect. Thank you. You're doing great. They are asking, would you like to be in the movie?
That's gonna be a hard yes for me.
They think
I think that would be fun. I would like that.
Now, I'm gonna regret this, but it is a musical. If that seals the deal.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Fantastic. Yeah, like, are you gonna play yourselves, or are you gonna play characters? Just like a minor
actually,
characters.
if we were introduced as if we were like the leaders of a foreign country, that like widely expands the world of Pan Am.
That's true.
But no, actually, I want to be the leader of District 1.
Oh, District 1, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in.
All right.
It sort of colludes with the capital, and it's the military. 1 and 2 are military tech. So.
All right.
So
I think I'd want to be a character.
So you're going to be a character who's one of the leaders or whatever from District 1, and then are both of you going to be like that, or are you picking something else?
I think so. Here's the thing: we have these announcers from the Capitol, right?
Yeah.
That are such characters. They're throughout the entire Hunger Games series.
Stanley Tucci
I
was
love
one,
them.
right?
However,
yes.
Yeah,
okay,
he was.
Yeah,
He's great.
Yeah.
Great. Every single Hunger Games, Stephen Tucci's, he's in most of them, but then they have it in like all of them. But they have that announcer for the Capitol, but they don't have an announcer for the districts of what's going on. Someone who is like a reporter who talks about this. I think it would be a lot of fun to play that reporter character who is musically, maybe he's like a bard type. He's musically inclined, and does these tales of the Hunger Games and of the news in the capital, in the districts, whatever, but from the district side. So he has an instrument. He tells the tales very folksy, very earthy, very down to earthy. It's also part of my political push to be associated with the earthy common folk in my own country.
Yes.
And so I think that would be a very fun role to play. So we're both district at this point.
And you can prove that you are such a great singer.
Yes. And there will be
the best at karaoke.
And there will be no auto-tune involved. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. None whatsoever. We will not hire any actors to have to be my voice at all.
That's probably because even the plot of this movie is God, I'll get this wrong. Is that we're sending more people into the Hunger Games, and we want to get King Laura's character. What's your character's name?
Edwina.
Edwina, yeah. Edwina is going to be hired, I guess, to go into the Hunger Games as like a covert op of like, don't worry, you're winning the games, but you're going to have to like make sure one of them dies because they're important. I don't know. And we also want, what's your character's name, King Stephen?
John Common Man.
John.
John Common Man. That's right.
We need John. Wait, this happened in Hunger Games. Didn't it happen in the movies where they had a reporter? They were filming to make Katniss look good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
John Common Man, we're sending you in with a cameraman, Bill Cameraman, to make sure you can document all the great work District 1 Edwina's doing, right?
Oh, was it my friend Billy Cameraman? I love that guy.
Yeah, Mr. William Cameraman. He's 77 years old. He's bad back.
Excellent.
So when we start the scene, it'll be fucking hell. It'll be you'll have to get the moment where everyone in District 1 is going like, what's the phrase? Who volunteers as tribute? And you'll have to shout to say I volunteer as tribute, and you'll have to make sure everyone hears it, propaganda it, say it, make it look good, right? Have I made any sense in that scene?
Am I
actually kind of makes sense. District 1 and 2 are known to like train career athletes to go into the Hunger Games and frequently win for that reason. Most of the time there are volunteers from Districts 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, they could be like, I volunteer as tribute, and you're like, oh, I'm getting this. This is incredible stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Senior Common Man.
John Common Man will be covering all of this, but not from the capitalist perspective, but from the district's perspective. Because I represent the common man.
Good. That's good. That's good. You stick to that story. But remember, she has to win.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I have no idea. Are they in the Hunger Games when Katniss volunteers? They're just out in the square, are they?
Yeah. They're in the town square.
Okay.
Which looks amazing.
There's a big town square. It's looking lovely. We might throw in some horse hedges there as well, just to get you happy. And then
there might be a horse. I don't know.
We'll say action. Whoever the leader is saying, "Oh, look, everyone, there's a new Hunger Games. Sorry, we do things a bit less formal here in District 1 now. This is the way I talk. There's a new Hunger Games. I know you've all been training. I know we all love it. John Common Man, make sure you get all this when she does her big moment. But we're only allowing one person in from District 1 this year. I know there's 100 of you there. So who wants to volunteer as tribute?" And you start hearing, I do. Now's your chance. You have to big moment.
And then the leader. I volunteer as tribute, even though I'm not a child and I have responsibilities in District 1.
That's such a weird that's such a weird clarification.
What a brave and selfless thing for that leader from District 1 who I do not know in my personal life to do. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Hang on a minute. Do you have wedding rings? And you're holding hands. Do you have wedding rings?
What? How did this hand get in my hand?
What?
Unhand me. I am a common man eunuch.
Oh my God, she's attacking.
I am John Common Man.
She is attacking that poor common man.
Bows and arrows.
I think people start fighting now.
Oh no.
Oh, now it's just a brawl.
It's just a brawl. I'd say there's like one.
The rise of District 1.
There's one person
who's them with my common man voice.
Do they all have bows and arrows in Hunger Games, or what's your weapon?
No, they do not.
They don't.
Spear.
A big, massive spear. So you just lance someone.
A big, massive spear. Like the edge of the spear is the most terrifying part, but you need to get that distance. Because that's where the leverage comes from.
So you're just lancing people who are attacking you while she's killing people.
Yeah.
What's your take on this, John Common Man?
I'm killing the people of my district, despite being the leader of my district. Actually, we will have to ban the release of this film.
Oh no!
In our glorious democratic republic,
maybe,
because it is putting me in a terrible light.
That's no bueno.
And I don't know that it's doing you any favors either.
It's a one-shot scene.
Kidding me?
But somehow the premier horse.
Is the premier horse coming into this?
Will show up and make everything better.
Oh, maybe
it's the hero now.
Yes.
The premier horse can run in and you can both jump on the premier horse and get out of the riot you've just caused.
Excellent.
Whoops.
Might work. Okay, we're going to say cut on that.
And that's the only scene that's shown.
Yeah, that's the only... We cut that whole part out just for your country.
People watching the Hunger Games movie are like, what? What was that? That was a weird scene. Anyway, moving on to the actual movie.
We'll get that into post-production. We'll let you know when you can start banning it in your country. I do, if you're back in your office, I do have a knock on the door again. Knock, knock, knock.
Hello.
Come in.
Hello.
Come on
Paul
in.
again. Hi. Hello.
Hello, Paul.
Always wonderful. Never a chore.
How wonderful to see you, I say first.
God, you're so wonderful, the two of you. Hi.
I know. As are you, Paul.
Cheers. Thanks,
everything
Kings.
You do for us, we appreciate.
Oh, that's brilliant. I appreciate you too. I do have I'm actually going on holiday. I'm going on holiday to Antarctica to what did I call it? Mulbro Station or whatever it was called. Going there for 4 weeks. Just before I go, I just thought I'd let you know the garden is built. That costs a lot of money, but it's all built. It's all fine. I was just checking the numbers again. Turns out we didn't have 400 billion. There was actually a minus sign. Who knew a minus means negative? So we actually were 400 billion in debt. That cost another 100 billion. So yeah, we're half a trillion in debt. The IMF are on the phone. They're kind of not happy that we've bankrupted the island. Do you have any idea? I'll let you decide it. I'm going to go on holiday, paid vacation for 4 weeks. I love it. Can't wait. Bye, everyone. And Paul walks out the door.
Can't wait for you to actually return.
What?
So Paul, we appreciate your contributions to our society, to our country.
Is this a raise?
But this is we need to have a little chat. All right.
My plane is going in a few minutes. Can you hurry it up?
We can figure that. Paul, I think we may need to postpone your vacation for like a week while we figure out some of this.
We can't do
It's
that.
fine.
The Aurora Borealis.
There. Yes, but we are now 500 billion in debt. And you did mention that it was your oversight that caused this, correct?
I never mentioned that. I said there was a minus sign.
But you mentioned you didn't notice it, right?
I don't notice a lot of things. I didn't notice this passive-aggressive tone that you've just put on.
Paul, you made a mistake. Okay, look, you made a mistake. You have to clean it up. Then you can go on vacation, all right? Look, I'm sorry, that's the way it is. We are now way more in debt. At least get us a delegate from your team that can help us get it sorted out, all right? And then we can deal with it when you get back, okay?
Okay, I don't actually have a delegate, but I can hire one. I'll go out and hire one, and then they can deal with it, and I'll go on holiday.
King Laura, do you have any thoughts on this?
So, there's actually a man we'd love for you to see. He will take you immediately to the location of your plane so that you may leave. Sweet. It's not the prison compound.
No, not at all.
It's definitely not that. It is your paid vacation, and we just want you to be safe reaching the airport. So this is Daniel.
My plane is at the airport, so I'll just go to the airport with him.
Daniel will be taking you to the airport.
He'll take you there. You're our most trusted advisor.
You're so valuable to the administration.
I cannot thank you enough.
Yes.
Thanks.
And how are you? Are you allergic to chocolate at all?
Hey, I can't go near it. Within 20 feet, and my throat just closes up, and I pass out for 9 weeks.
All right, good. It's good that you won't be in contact with chocolate then. Anyway, Daniel, if you could take Paul to his ultimate destination, that would be fantastic. Thank you so much.
Oh, sorry. Just I just want to make sure. Does Daniel know where my house is? Because I have to pick up my 9 my octuplets. You know, the ones the 6-month-old.
Oh yeah,
octuplets.
fantastic. He will go with you to your house and take you ultimately to the airport.
Me and my octuplets will be going with Daniel.
Yes,
absolutely. Perfect. Daniel has been totally informed about you. He knows all the information he needs to about what's going on in your travel. We keep very well informed about our most trusted advisors.
And he's so gifted with children.
So I'll be looking after kids, but he's good with kids, so we'll all be together. Nice.
Yeah. You'll probably have a fun car game. And Stephen, I would love to talk to you about foreign investment.
Yeah, okay. I'm off. Okay, I'm off with my kids and Daniel. I hope he's single. I'm looking for a new father for the kids.
Have a great time, Paul.
Thanks.
Bye. We look forward to seeing you in an amount of time.
It's been lovely working with you, Paul.
Hey, we're going to be working together again soon. I'll take plenty of pictures of where I am with all the kids. Bye.
Wonderful. Bye.
Hey, can't wait.
Close the door. Now that I'm back in the room, have you just condemned Paul and his octuplets to prison forever?
Not forever, just for a period of time, like a tablet period of time.
Mm-hmm. Tablets are banned and will never be seen again in the island. Are you saying?
No, he'll be seen. Probably.
We'll pull him out every now and then. We'll flick coins at him.
What about the kids?
Oh no, the kids are fine. The kids will be taken care of. We'll have welfare sorted out for them.
In a mafia way?
They're gonna be fine. Huh?
Not in a mafia way.
Okay.
In a prison labor kind of way.
No, in a prison labor kind of way.
Their small hands are exceptionally good for folding over the gold foil on the chocolate. So that's probably.
They're also very good for fixing tablets when they can open them and get into the little cleaning the charger section. Anyway, let's figure out how we get this money that you've bankrupted the country with.
All right. So we thought we had 400 billion in surplus, right? It turns out we actually had negative 400 billion in debt, and now we have 500 billion in debt, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm thinking the European Union. I'm thinking NAFTA. I'm thinking we talk to the Americans about accessing our cobalt mines. I think we can work this out. Let's make some calls.
Yeah, I think we should set up an American embassy in our country, in our island, and allow them to come see how fun the horses are. And maybe we start talking.
Americans famously love horses.
They do. Maybe we open a Western themed theme park with a ton of horses that do cool stuff. the equestrian app can somehow be involved, because I will want it to be.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a level of respect since we already own one of their larger companies.
Absolutely.
Through military force.
We own Uber through legal means, of course.
Yes.
But yeah, we would invite them. And then I think we could establish an entertainment center on our island, an entertainment and tourist hub. For people to come visit, see the horses, see the theme parks, come get drunk, do whatever you want.
Offer ourselves as a stopgap solution for Russia's incursion into the Arctic Ocean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Carve up
I think we've got stuff working.
Oh, we can even have like.
No, I want to hear.
Sorry, what?
Go ahead. No, what even could you have?
So we could even have a cavalry, like an OG cavalry base, like a military training camp, where they could train on horses on how to ride into battle on horses. It's very antiquated, but the enemy would never expect it. So it's like their secret plan, and we'll help them get that set up on our island. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a horse-based economy, really.
Yeah. But we'll get Stetsons. We'll start selling Stetsons.
Yeah.
As a sort of cultural nod.
So do you reckon how much do you reckon you're going to make in the first year back if you're 500 billion in debt? Not clearing that in 1 year, but you'll make a good chunk, right?
We will
I think we could get some billions from the mineral wealth that we're offering access to. I mean, they need computer chips, and we have some of the ores required, and we haven't even accessed that natural resource because we've been so focused on the equestrian economy.
Right.
You'll probably get about 100 billion back, surely, or more. 200 billion.
Yeah, and just by virtue of being friendly with the Americans, we'll probably get foreign aid. We can definitely pay the interest on our loans.
Oh yeah. I think we should definitely court them for a loan. For X amount of dollars. And unfortunately, because of that 500 billion in debt, we'll probably accrue 50 billion in interest charges. So we'll only have accrued maybe 500, maybe 50 billion of the 100 billion we expected to get back. But the year after that, I think we can get a couple 100 billion, which will get us on the right path and get us out of debt. And then everyone will love us. The Americans, whatever, I can sing. It'll be great.
Yeah, we're already part of one of their most beloved franchises.
That's right.
Yeah.
Games.
I do have a final question for you, but before that, would you like some good news? I think you're going to cheer.
I would.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, 2 years into it, you're saying you're practically you've wiped out that 500 billion debt you had, right? Pretty much. Good news. It was an equal sign.
Oh.
Poor Paul, he's been working so hard. He just a bit blurry. It wasn't a minus sign, big silly. No wonder why he needed that holiday. It was an equal sign. It was equals 400 billion.
Paul.
Good Paul.
Well, at least Paul has been out of prison for the last 18 months.
Yes,
well, he's been in prison for 2 years, right?
No, it's just like a 3-month experience, like a tablet, an illegal tablet ownership amount of time.
Yeah,
I think you said a substantial amount of time he was going for. You made it sound like
I thought I said tablet.
No, I think
maybe.
No, but 3 months in prison, it just drags.
And the 3 months forced slave labor for the children, the babies.
Yeah, they learned some great professional skills.
They're 6 months old. Yeah. So yeah, no, he turns out he was actually he had worked so hard, he had made 500 billion, and he just needed a break, and he just looked at him and went, I think this might be a minus sign, and yeah. Well done.
So here's what we'll do. We'll bring Paul back on as the Minister of Finance.
He looks gaunt. He has not eaten in months.
We will get him fed. We'll get him fat and happy. And maybe the lottery just happens to fall on Paul this year for the one who gets to be the king for a day, and he gets to be fat and happy and hang out and be waited on.
Yeah, and he gets 9 Moroccan pillows. Free and clear for himself, and he's octuplets.
He gets no actual power once he sits on the seat.
Oh, well, no, but like it's a symbolic offering to him.
He gets so many snacks, though.
Yeah,
like great snacks, the best snacks that the Glorious Republic can offer.
Yeah, we don't issue a formal apology because that's not what we do. But we do issue.
We celebrate his success professionally.
Yes.
without having discussed his failures previously.
Exactly. And we bring on an assistant minister of finance that can, because we realize Paul is actually dyslexic. That's why he didn't realize like what was going on with the minuses. Like he mixed it up, but like he's very good with numbers. So we just have someone in to like help like check his work, so he doesn't run into any trouble in the future.
And as you said, it was a mistake. I mean, mistakes happen, right? It's not his fault.
Do.
Yeah. Who's his assistant there? Is that Daniel, or what was his name? Who? Just watching him, just always, just over his shoulder.
Had a falling out.
Oh, they broke up.
Yeah. Tragic. A lack of trust. I can't imagine why.
No.
Is the premier his assistant?
No, the premier has too many formal responsibilities. But the premier's son.
Oh.
Lucky too.
Oh, yes. Lucky too. The premier's son is going to be his horse
advisor,
assistant minister of finance.
Yeah, an assistant minister of finance you can trust.
Yep.
And on a happier note, the kids will not make a sound under any circumstances, and Paul will not sleep. So the last question is that at certain point you will, I assume, decide that you've been in power for long enough. You have to think about the next person, the next heir or heirs, if you want to still. So I'd ask you both to would you want one person to take charge after you, or two people again?
Well, we have been slowly but surely adopting all of the children in the nation who are not housed with families. So we select the two smartest of our foster children to succeed us.
Ooh, how do we determine the smartest ones, you ask? Through a contest where we pit children against each other, where they fight to determine who is victorious. It's not the Hunger Games.
It's the Gauntlet of Succession.
It's the Succession Gauntlet Games.
Victory Games.
And it's televised.
Yeah,
it's the Victory Games.
The Victory Games.
Exactly. I thought it was going to be Physical 100, but with babies. So you're just going to pick the two of them.
They'll be doing math equations against each other. They'll be trying to figure out political issues against each other. There won't be weapons involved in any way, shape, or form. No violence will be done against these children or by these children.
But the pen is mightier than the sword, and we will choose the mightiest.
Yes.
So they can use pens as weapons.
They can use pens to fill in answers on the tests they have been given.
Yes.
Fair enough.
And also maybe to make a cute design on their hands.
And violence will not be encouraged, but initiative will be rewarded.
I read you loud and clear. Wink, wink. Is what the kids say. Okay, that's very good. Would you stay on the island, by the way, after you cede power? Or would you leave?
I think so. That garden's legit.
Oh yeah, you
hang around the garden, like the Winter Palace,
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure.
I think I'd retire.
I'm sure King Laura is remaining very popular. King Stephen kind of goes up and down to seasons, to be honest. Sometimes depends. His popularity, your popularity, goes up and down with the stock of Requestrian. So depends how well that's doing. You have to answer the stockholders at this point.
Oh gosh.
Okay. If you're staying on the island, that's not too bad. I will say that's the end of King Stephen and King Laura of the the glorious Democratic Republic of Stelaura.
Yes.
Oh, excellent memory.
Thank you. Yeah, that was it. You're done. That's you're back in America now. You have no power. Would you do a press conference?
We did it.
At this point, I think I'm good on press conferences. I had enough in my time in Stelaura. I'm just going to ghost this time. I'm going to pull a Laura.
I'm just going to show up at my next family gathering. No communication beforehand.
Just show up.
Just like go to Ohio and be like, "Hi guys, how you doing?
What's up? Yeah.
So what have you been up to?
Where? First of all, thank you very much for doing this podcast. Where can people find you online?
You can find us on Midday Musings Pod on Instagram, or Steven Does Stuff on Instagram or Threads. I'm on there all the time, hawking the podcast, talking about random stuff, podcast stuff, just having a good time.
And I am available at Lady of Peace 00 on Instagram. And find us at Midday Musings on your favorite podcast platforms.
Yeah.
We release 4 times a week, and we'd love to have you.
Okay. Yes, thank you everyone for listening. And I'm still struggling with an outro. Do you have what words of advice would you give to people as you leave power? What would be your I'll leave it to both of you to say something. This is my outro as well.
There's always money in the horse stand.
And in the sky. That's quite optimistic, actually.
Money is power, but it is also pain.
God.
Yep.
There we go.
You say that with a smile that makes it so much meaner. Okay, yeah, no, that's it. It's done. The podcast's over. Music will happen now.